Hello friend, this is Manish. Welcome in my Expert Learn channel. Today in this video, we will discuss the summary of book Psychology of Money. In the Psychology of Money, the author of this book is Morgan Housel. In the Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel teaches you how to have a better relationship with money and to make smarter financial decisions. Right? So, first fact is that theory is not reality. The challenge for us is that no amount of studying or open-mindedness can genuinely recreate the power of fear and uncertainty. See, we are not spreadsheets. As much as reading can inform us about what has happened in the past, like stock market crashes or how stocks have trained up to right cover time, learning about something in a book is very different from actually experiencing the event. Right? So basically this line states these things. Second, luck and risk. See, it is easy to convince yourself that your financial outcomes are determined entirely by the quality of your decisions and actions. But that's not always the case. You can make good decisions that lead to poor financial outcomes, and you can make bad decisions that lead to good financial outcomes. See in this slide, more important is that as much as we recognize the role of luck in success, the role of risk means we should forgive ourselves and leave room for understanding when judging failures. Right? That means focus less on individuals and turn up your mind to broader patterns. It is difficult to replicate the outcomes of successful individuals, but you may be able to participate in the broader patterns. Next, lesson from Warren Buffett. There is no reason to risk what you have and need for what you don't have and don't need. It is easy to have a goal post that keeps moving. Once you achieve your goal, you look towards the next goal, and the cycle never ends. This is often driven by comparing yourselves to others. You are often comparing yourselves to someone who is above you in the ladder that you benchmark yourself against. For example, when it comes to money, someone will always have more than you. That's okay, it's fine to pursue more. But don't start making risky bets that puts you what you have at risk for something that you don't need. Alright? Next. Getting money versus keeping money. See, these are both different things. Getting money and keeping money. Getting money and keeping money are two different skills. While getting money necessity risk taking. Right? Hard work and optimistic. Keeping money is a different skills. It requires you mitigate the risk, avoid getting greedy, and to remember that things can taken from you at any moment. Right? See in the slide, getting money requires taking risk, being optimistic and putting yourselves out there. But keeping money requires the opposite of taking risk. Like I explained earlier, getting money and keeping money are two different skills. While getting money necessary risk taking, hard work and optimistic. Like written in this line, getting money requires taking risk and being optimistic and putting yourself out there. Right? Third line written, that what you have made can be taken away from you just as fast. It requires the frugality and an acceptance that at least some of what you have made is attributable to luck. So past success cannot be relied upon to repeat indefinitely. Okay, next. Ferraris don't generate respect. Like this line tells us, this single line explains the more thing. See, people buy fancy cars because they want respect and admiration from others. What they don't realize is that people don't admire the person with a fancy house or cars. They admire the object and think of themselves having that object. So buying impressive items to gain admiration and respect from others is a fool thing. These things cannot be bought. So in one line we can say Ferraris don't generate respect. Being rich versus wealthy. Again, being rich is very different and wealthy is very different. If you are rich, you have a high current income. But being wealthy is something different. Wealth is not be visible. It is the money that you have that's not spent. It is the optionality to buy or do something at a future time. So being rich offers you opportunities in short term, but being wealthy provides you the flexibility of having more of the items you want, like freedom, time in the future. So thank you so much. I hope you learn in this video the facts of the book Psychology of Money. So you see the facts of this book. So please read this book entirely. You will learn lots of things.